Hey everyone, welcome to the Sound Test Podcast. This is your host, Bryan here, and I am joined by the League of Extraordinary Black Men.
Yes.
I'm joined here with
I had to
Clayton.
drop the gentleman part.
Mosaiku kakara kitatsuki.
Oh shoot, it was gentlemen, wasn't it? League of Extraordinary Black Gentlemen. Sorry.
Gentlemen, yes.
Like I said, then we had to drop it.
Oh, were we that like into the trenches? We had to drop it.
I guess probably.
I have no idea.
Oh,
Speaking
we
from
are a bunch of
experience,
delinquents.
probably.
Yeah, there's a lot of debauchery.
Debauchery delinquents. I'm joined here with Maximilian Jean Bryce.
The Maximilian Jean Bryce, thank you very much.
Like from Jackson State.
Bougie.
And joined by DeYante. What was that? So it's been a while. We'll chalk that up to stuff in our professional lives.
Right, I'm a professional now since last time.
Right.
Last time I was just a nobody.
Oh God.
So that's so depressing.
Hey, I call spade a spade.
You want to talk about your new background?
Yeah, I guess a lot has happened on my end, more than anybody else. I've moved on my own, so I am successfully a owner of my own apartment. It is quite lovely. Still making things happening, still putting stuff in and cleaning up and making sure I have all my necessities.
I think the biggest news is he's joined the cult and he now has an air fryer.
Which is in view, that back there.
Yes.
On top of the microwave.
That amazing piece of technology.
That thing there, boy, has changed my perspective on what it really means to have a Little Caesars pizza left over.
Oh, it can revive Little Caesars.
It makes it better.
Air fryer rejuvenates the pizza. It literally like cooks it to perfection. Like it's crispy on the outside, soft and chewy on the inside.
Oh, hold on. You might have just sold me because Little Caesars heated up. I just throw it away after it's not hot no more.
No, like it's actually better in the air fryer compared to getting it fresh.
And I didn't even know that until like one of my coworkers at work. Also, I'm a teacher now.
Yes, sir.
So I'm an elementary school music teacher now. So one of my coworkers, whose like room is like literally right by me, he's like, "Man, we have all this pizza because it's like back to school night for all the parents and stuff, and the kids come, and so they bought us, the teachers, Papa John's pizza an hour before, and they bought all the parents Little Caesars pizza." So afterwards, I took a box of Little Caesars pizza. He was like, "Man, don't throw that pizza away after you eat like 1 or 2 slices." I was like, "You bet your ass I'm about to throw this away because it's garbage." He's like, put it in the air fryer. I was like, air fryer? He's like, yeah, put it in there for about 4 or 5 minutes or whatever on like 300 degrees. Make sure you check it. Once it's done, some of the best leftover pizza you ever ate.
Mm-hmm.
I stand by that. He's absolutely right.
Okay. Yeah, I think you might have just sold me then. I need to go get one.
It was like $60 in my Kroger up the street, so you might be able to find one cheaper.
Nice.
I've seen air fryers as cheap as like 30.
Oh shit!
Yeah, because I gifted a friend an air fryer, and that joint was like 30, 40 on sale.
Okay, that's how I know you got money because you could afford to give somebody an air fryer, no matter the price. It's an air fryer that you.
As I said, it was on sale. It was literally through Best Buy for $30, $40.
I'm not trying to get. I don't want nothing cheap now. I don't want to put my pizza in there. It comes out of a black piece of like charcoal.
Or like DeYante did.
All right, so before we even get to like the topic of the podcast, because we need to clarify this. the pizza when I put it in there, I had it set for the previous time that of the thing that I had just heated up. So I think it was like some Torcino's pizza rolls or something like that. And so since it wasn't frozen and the pizza that I put in there was left over, it was room temperature. So when I put it in there, I was like, okay, this show about to come out nice and, crispy and ready to go. That
Oh
bad
boy,
boy
did
came
it
out
do.
just a little, it came out a little extra.
You petty as hell.
Boy.
Boy,
That's still edible.
that is not edible.
You could, all right, so I did like take a piece of the pepperoni and, yeah, that pizza shouldn't have existed after I
Yeah,
did that.
it probably crumbled away to ash.
It
in
would,
your
like,
touch,
how in Endgame, how Thanos just like faded into like ash?
Yeah.
That's what it literally was. Like, it was crazy. Everybody joned on my whole pizza making.
Oh my god.
And we were all on PlayStation group chat too. That joke was hilarious.
We're talking about my pizza.
All right. So let's go ahead and get started. Well, one big thing, we're trying out the video aspect again. It's just editing video, especially long video podcast videos. It just takes a lot of time. So we're gonna try doing the video portion of this again, as well as we're gonna try to record on the weekends. Put an asterisk there. Try to record on the weekends to post the following week, probably around Wednesday. So we'll see how that works out, or the beginning of the next week. So we'll see how that works. Anyway, so our topic of this week is the launch of Overwatch 2, or at least the main topic is the release of Overwatch 2.
Or the lack thereof.
Or the lack thereof. So pulling this article from IGN. Overwatch 2 Blizzard apologizes for a shaky launch, promises fixes for queues and more. Between server errors, broken account mergers, and strange SMS requirement that locked some players with prepaid phone plans out of the game, Overwatch 2's launch on Tuesday became fairly controversial. Now Blizzard is approaching and working to fix these issues. Excuse me. In a post on Blizzard forum, community manager Jody apologized for the game's launch and detailed some of the ways that the team is working to fix these issues. First, we want to apologize to our players. We expected the launch of Overwatch 2 to go smoothly, the post reads. We hold ourselves to a higher standard, and we are working hard to resolve the issues you are experiencing. Overwatch 2 introduced a requirement for players to connect a phone number, which oddly doesn't allow for prepaid phone plans. The post explains that Overwatch players with connected Battle.net accounts won't need to provide a phone number starting on Friday. However, it doesn't appear that Blizzard has entirely moved this requirement. So, yeah, they went back on that requirement.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Blizzard is also working to improve server stability after countless players dealt with crashes, lengthy queues, and difficulty logging in. It is now working on numerous ways to stabilize these servers, including patching the login server and adding nodes to the player database to lessen the load. Finally, some players who merged multiple accounts dealt with missing inventory items. To combat this, Blizzard is now rolling a UI fix to prompt more players to merge their accounts. The company is also assuring players they haven't lost any of their data. In many cases, it's just taking long to merge to Overwatch 2. It's been a rough launch, including multiple DDoS attacks on release day, but the game itself remains more than solid. IGN gave it an 8 out of 10, calling it a very fun team-based FPS, packed full of charm and love for the world it takes place in. End quote.
Oh, just like Overwatch 1.
That's a lot to take in.
And I have a lot of opinions on because I know for a fact I know for a fact out of the four of us, DeYante and I play Overwatch the most, but out of all of us, well, at least as of recently, I've been playing Overwatch 1 before the launch of Overwatch 2, like heavily, because your boy really tried to get to Diamond on support. Until my internet went to literal shit like days before the servers went down. But launch day was such a fucking mess.
It was awful.
It was terrible. Like I remember when I first downloaded it, it was there because it launched around 3 p.m. EST, and it started off with 7,000 people in front of me. Then 20,000 kicked me out of queue, came back, went to 40,000 people in front of me. And I'm like, what the hell? I was like, you know what? Let me go play Apex. Let me go watch some YouTube videos. I'm going to come back. And then later that night, I tried again. Finally got in, played 2 games, got kicked out from the server. And the next day, I was like, I'm not going to deal with this, but I ended up dealing with it. It took me about 20 minutes to get into the game or into the server, so to speak, with 1,999 people in front of me.
Golly.
You got in 20 minutes because your boy sat there for a whole hour waiting for 7,000 people.
Man, but it's gotten
this is on console, by the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah, PS5. But
it's a different story on PC.
I can't speak on that. But at least to this day, when I tried it yesterday, I didn't get on today yet. I got into the servers rather easily, like no time, just like Overwatch 1. I'm like, good job, Blizzard. Thank you, fixing something. But after I played about 1 or 2 games, like in their unranked, what they call quick play now, I was doing flex queue, blah blah blah, all that stuff. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting some good games. These games are coming fast. All of a sudden, as I'm like playing a widow headshot lobby, all that stuff to like kill some time, I looked at the top of my screen. I'm like, how long have I been waiting in queue for another game? I left the queue at 27 minutes.
How?
I know. I was just getting games back to back, and then all of a sudden, I have a long ass queue time of almost half an hour.
That's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, on
my
flex
queues, my queues were never that long.
Man.
Well, last night. Well, go ahead, Clayton.
That's like basically my whole spiel as far as the servers, but I'll hand it off to somebody else if they want to talk about something, because boy howdy, I do want to talk about the feel of the game. But
what was it, Tuesday when the game launched? Yeah, Tuesday
Launch
when we played the loading screen game.
Loading screen simulator.
Boy, the memes.
Yeah, it was we had a grand old time looking at Overwatch 2 extreme number in queue.
That's very reminiscent of, y'all remember when Anthem launched? Y'all remember?
I remember it launched, but I never played it.
Oh my god, that was the same thing. No one could get into the game, and we were just watching the loading screen for the front lobby screen for the entire time. But nice. I there's almost a full day I waited to get into the game and never got into it.
Truly, they didn't want nobody playing that damn game. That's what it was.
No.
That's what it really was.
Right. Honestly, launch felt like, okay, this is a very obscure like reference, but if you guys remember watching Fairly Odd Parents, like early Fairly Odd Parents, and they went to like Elevator Land or World, whatever like that, and then Timmy asked his parents, when do we get to the ride? And and his dad says, "This is the ride." The fucking loading screen is that fucking elevator. Oh god.
Like that was a very accurate meme representation of that shit. Like that's how it was. And so when we were actually trying to play the game and people are excited to actually enjoy it, you can't even play it. You got people like big streamers and stuff that are trying to come back and play the game since they haven't played in like maybe ever since the meta got really stale or whatever in 1, and they can't because they didn't have, working servers. And like me personally, I tried it on PlayStation, I tried it on my Switch, and both were slow as I don't know what. But then PC came along. I was like, oh, I forgot I could do this. Let me try playing it on PC. Press play, Overwatch 2 screen shows up. 40,000 players in queue in front of you. I was like, ain't no fucking way I'm gonna be sitting here. Because if the PlayStation was telling me that I had 10,000 people in front of me, and that took me about an hour, hour and a half to try to even get in before it says, nope, we disconnected, try again. So I would go ahead and just like put that one on and we'll go to the PC. And then I seen a video where it was like a Overwatch compilations video, and one of the videos showed that if you change the region in which you start up Overwatch on PC, so if you are in NA, just change it to EU or APAC, and you will not have any queue times. You get into the game immediately. I don't know what it was, but you had no queue. You would get directly into the game. You could play matches lag free, everything. You would have the same ping, lag free. Like it was awesome playing it on PC, but I'm terrible at PC. So I'm just sitting here just missing all my shots and stuff. But I was having fun because I actually got to play the game. The fact that they couldn't get it together with NA servers is ridiculous. Because how do you not even have support or enough, enough server, what's the word I'm looking for? Tech people or something to work on that to make sure that your servers are stable as can be for the most important launch after your very shitty couple of years.
And the other thing that, like, the beta was not bad at all. Like,
the beta was fun for the 2 games that I got to play.
like they didn't have these problems with the beta. Obviously, this is a bigger scale, but there was no issue. One of the reasons you do a beta is to kind of stress test the servers and see what it can handle and what you need prepared. But to be fair, they had 2 DDoS attacks on launch day, which they can't control. But also, just like it launched on Tuesday. I think our servers open up at like 3 p.m. I didn't try. Yeah. I didn't attempt to play Overwatch 2 until like I got home from work, and so this is like 10:30, close to 11 o'clock at night, and I still couldn't get in at that late amount of time. And then I did eventually get in. And I think we DeYante, we played like what 2 games.
And I was like, all right, time to go to bed because it's already 11:30.
Right, we only got in for like 2 games, and that's with the whole. All right, 300 people ahead of you. All right, 200. All right, 100. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Login error.
Dang.
That's a hurt.
That's a hurt.
And then try it all again and wait another 10, 15 minutes and hope and pray that Blizzard allows you to play their game.
Like I feel I have to sacrifice my firstborn son to play this game sometimes.
Right. It was really funny. It's like Donkey, he made a video that shit was hilarious. Of like he'll boot out again. He was like, all right guys, here we are. We at the launch of Overwatch 2. I'm very excited. Overwatch 1, it started to get a little stale towards the end, but we got a new game. So let's go ahead and try to play it. Oh, we got this many people in queue? All right, well, let's see what they got right first. So I like the 2 in Overwatch 2. That looks really nice. I like it. It's very modern in design. It's very sharp, look very clean. I like the way that they spelled Overwatch. It looks very clean, very nice. and then the whole video was just basically about the queue time and the loading screen. Like there was no gameplay or anything. Well, no, he did get to boot up the screen, and then it's like something happened, and you got to
login failure. Yeah, something like login failure.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to send me that link.
It was hilarious. And it's not, and it was so painfully accurate that it was almost like not funny because it's just like he's right. How can I not? How am I supposed to play the video game when the video game doesn't even want me to play it? So I'm wondering if they'll be able to fix it more consistently. Last night when I played though. No problems at all.
Great.
After they had that damn maintenance.
I haven't been able to play since Wednesday. And even in Wednesday I was on it for a good amount of time. I was on there for about an hour and a half. I was able to get pretty consistent matches. There was a lot of like lag issues where like let's just say let's just say, I don't know, Cassidy was right here in front of me and I'm about to shoot him, his like actual AI, like his model, shifts all the way to the other side of the map, and it shifts back in like 2 seconds. And bro, when I tell you that messes up your aim, when they're literally teleporting,
a grown man just like snapping.
Instant transmission,
right?
Oh my God. It's like you see the model going all the way back and forth.
Oh, I didn't experience that.
It happened several times when I was playing.
I'm gonna I haven't actually tried to boot up the game yet, but I'm gonna. That's gonna be this weekend's venture. That's gonna be hopefully things are fixed by now. You know, it started on Tuesday. It's now Saturday. Hopefully by now I'll be able to get into the game with relative ease.
Give me I'm about to find out.
Wait. To get into the game.
I'm about to find out.
I'm sorry. I give DeYante shit about this all the time, but it still just blows my mind. This man has extendos on his freaking controller.
I do. I have long thumbs, so I have to.
Those are launch pads. What are you talking about?
Long thumbs, so my.
You need nuclear codes in order to.
Versus where my controller is like my other controller. This is my original controller. It's normal. I took them off and I put it on this one.
That's weird. But, it's like it has a bra on. That's weird.
What?
He's,
oh God!
He's trying to get the maximum control.
Now I'm trying. I'm gonna see if I can get into the server.
Why are you flicking it like that?
So that way it knows I'm comforting it.
Make it feel seen.
Right, make it feel good.
Okay.
Anyway.
Let's see how easy it is to get into the servers. I just press X, entering game. Don't shit yourself. I'm in.
Hey.
All right, they fixed the game on consoles.
You love to see it. You love to see it.
I tried it. When I tried it on Switch, I almost messed up because I almost merged my account.
Oh, bro.
Switch.
So, okay, so
and Ronald's account is messed up. One of our friends, Ronald, his account is messed up. He doesn't have access to any of his characters anymore.
Oh wow!
Because of that SMS stuff.
Oh damn!
Ooh.
So
whatever they do, fix it.
For me, I originally played Overwatch on PlayStation, so I could play with y'all. And I prefer my FPSs on Xbox because, it's the correct stick placement. So,
Lord have mercy.
Here we go.
And since it's, since it's free to play, since it's cross progression, it's like, cool. Let me just download Overwatch 2 on the Xbox. Let me play on the Xbox. And there's also a bug on Xbox too. So I get on Xbox. I'm like, cool. Finally got in. I looked at my junk, and my Xbox account was already tied to my Blizzard account, but I look on there and that junk says, what's her name? Ash, 12 minutes played. And I'm like, it is no way that I have 12 minutes for Ash.
You played her for 12 minutes. You do real good, boy.
And that is my top one. That was like my number one play character was Ash for 12 minutes. I'm like, my literal years of playing Overwatch is not represented right now. And so I was like, I look on Blizz's website, it's like, all right, my stuff is tied, so why is that not thing? And then you told me, DeYante, it's like, oh yeah, you have to go on to the PlayStation one. So I had to go through that long queue again and hoped and prayed to get on there. Got on there eventually. And I was too scared to leave because I didn't want to go through that process again. So I just stayed playing on PS4. And then there's a little spot to merge your accounts. There's a queue for merging your accounts. Yes, it's a separate queue for merging your accounts.
Oh, God.
So as I said, I haven't played Overwatch since Wednesday, so I have no idea if my accounts merged fully, but people are having issues with their accounts being merged. And one of the bugs that was on Xbox that is unique to Xbox, which was frustrating to people on launch day, was that there's a bug where if you get an achievement on Overwatch 2 while playing on Xbox, it crashes the game, completely crashes and boots the game out. And then you have to go through the whole process of trying to requeue once again, completely not your fault because there's a bug that it crashes.
Dang, imagine if it made you get the achievement again.
I'm like, all right, I'm done. No, thank you.
I don't even want it anymore.
I'll try. I don't know. I'll try playing Overwatch 3 instead, because this ain't it.
Okay, you're gonna have to wait another 6 years, chat.
I wasn't even counting on that.
So,
but
well, I was gonna say we've talked about a lot about the launch issues. But how's the actual game itself? Like, how do we actually feel about the game?
boy,
All smiles here.
that shit's like butter. Yeah, butter.
Butter smooth.
Bustle.
Like like
The game.
like I was actually dumbfounded. Oh yeah, like everything feels so good. First of all, Kiriko. Just like overall, the game feels fantastic with the characters I played from Overwatch 1. But Kiriko, she a bad mofo. Love her. Great character. Sojourn. I didn't gain access to the beta because Blizzard gave me a big oh fuck you. You've been playing this game for about 5 years. Oh nah, you're not gonna have access to the beta. But Sojourn feels amazing. If you play her correctly, disgusting. Junker Queen, that I think Junker Queen and Kiriko out of the three new characters.
What is their which class are they?
So Junker Queen is tank, Sojourn is DPS, and Kiriko is support.
Okay.
But I think out of all three of the characters, Kiriko has the largest it requires the largest amount of skill to play her. Like out of every character I've ever played, and I played Zenyatta a lot, and his skill ceiling, whatever, is fucking high. Kiriko's is higher, much higher. New character's great. We can't go another second without talking about the battle pass that they introduced to Overwatch 2.
Well, let's cover gameplay first.
Oh yeah, you're
that's
right.
Just a totally different subject.
Yeah.
True. I guess. Well, characters feel good. They feel really good. And let's talk about push as well. Like that new game mode push that replaced 2CP.
Oh, with the freaking robot.
Yes. Yeah. Honestly, I feel like that's pretty awesome. It's just it's just tug of war. Like it's a good re-imaging of tug of war in Overwatch, and I feel like that's a perfect game move for this game that we have now.
How does it work? Explain to me.
Okay, so after
you get everybody off the robot and you take the robot, that's it.
Yeah. So
literally.
Well, like okay, so the actual payload doesn't come back. That's the thing. So once it's pushed there, it's there. But the robot itself, he can come back towards your spawn point. So you have to actually have the robot push the payload, and he could just if everybody in the team dies, that's it. That robot starts coming back, but it kind of prevents that constant back and forth where you're like halfway through there, now you're 40%, now you're 60% there. It loses that aspect of the game.
Yeah, so in fact, instead it just goes by meters, like pushed. So the team that pushes either the robot all the way to the other end where they need to push it to the other enemy spawn, or like it just goes off, oh, who pushed the furthest distance.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that. It's really fun.
It makes the game go way quicker.
Okay.
Much better. And
when a team dominates, it goes by way quicker.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Because
those matches, I think the max, like when the time starts, it's 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. So if you can, if both teams are really duking it out, like it's a pretty close game, you will spend the entire 10 minutes of that match, like pushing the robot back and forth because of how open the map is. The maps are designed for flanks, and they're even like perfectly symmetrical on both sides, I think. And they're designed that way so that way each team has an equal opportunity to be able to actually, flank around, take different angles, be able to do this, be able to do that, versus like some of the other standard maps or like returning maps that are still in the game. There aren't most people know where their flanks are, and people know what their pathing is or which routes to take when they're going through the map. With the push mode, it's even on both sides. So you know if you're going through an alleyway on this side, it's going to look the exact same way on the enemy side.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no like guesswork really going on, and so you could kind of play off of that based off of how the map is designed, which is really good because the map designs are pretty good.
That's live.
Yeah,
y'all get me excited to play today.
Yeah.
My spiel on it, as far as gameplay is concerned, it feels great. I don't even care about how like smooth like frame rate, blah blah blah, or like performance. I haven't had any issues with that, but it just feels good to actually be able to play the game. And there's not a fucking second shield that I have to shoot in front of. Like literally, that's what stopped me from playing the game. My bullets were not hitting characters. My bullets were hitting these big, large barriers that was preventing me from doing damage. And that just would bring the matches to a halt. Like I wasn't even enjoying quick play. Like that's how bad it had gotten. Quick play, you're supposed to just be able to pick up the game and just, all right, I had a match. If you can't enjoy a quick pickup game, how the fuck you playing it?
That part. Oh, and I would like to add the amount of crowd control in Overwatch 1 was unbearable, but now like CC is almost like dead at this point, almost dead. So
Nah,
there's no.
I won't say that.
Doomfist
still punched the fucker.
True. Well, I guess let me rephrase. I won't get stunned, shield bashed, frozen. Listen.
Nah, you still can.
Yeah, but like, you know how Brig like stuns their enemy for like I forgot the duration of time. Cool, they did away with that. Awesome.
It's
May
not as
freezing.
incessant.
Yes.
It's not like a stop. It's like a fuck.
Yeah.
And then you get
exactly.
back to it.
It's like, hey, slow down. Stop.
Chill out.
Right.
And even with Cassidy, even with Cassidy,
right?
Cassidy, Flash, fan the hammer. Oh my god, I hated that to a T. And now that it has this like what heat-seeking, like bionade or something of the sort.
It's not even heat-seeking. It's like if you miss that shit, just hits the ground and it just like sits there. It's like it's a regular grenade, but it's still useful because if you land on them relatively close, it'll like lock onto them a little bit and then it'll stick.
Yeah,
so
at least I won't feel sad. I won't feel sad getting killed by him at this point. And May,
I gotta say, when you play against McCree now, the difference is that you're not being stopped, but you know not to get super duper close to him, just like we have flashbang, because he will throw the grenade at you, and that does a shit ton of damage. That the grenade hurts. So if he's landing his shots, and if he's already hit you with a shot, like just a body shot, the grenade does like 1 something or at least or 90. If he shoots you in the grenade and somebody else is shooting at you too, you're dead. So you know not to get too close to him.
What's that ability? I'm sorry, the one that replaces
it's like a sticky grenade or something like that. I don't remember the name of it.
Yeah,
don't know the specific.
They also nerfed May, because now she can't freeze. No, don't you dare clap for that.
She's
still annoying.
I like that.
Yeah, she's still annoying. She will slow you down, but it's so much better. I mean, she can still freeze people, but it's only with her ultimate on Blizzard. So I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with that. But if her freaking primary fire is freezing me nonstop, and she could literally just spray like she did in Overwatch 1, I would
putting graffiti all over me or something.
I mean, that's what
like it's very annoying.
French storms, no.
No.
In terms of the new characters, I haven't played with them a lot. I don't even think I've played Junker Queen even in a match. But I don't know, because I usually like main shields like Ryan or Orisa. I don't usually use the off shields that much. But I do like I'm messing up her name, Kiriko.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I mess up. I messed with her for a little bit, and it's kind of weird because you got to get to the idea of how her healing works, because you can't just spam the healing like you're a mercy. Like you have to like be deliberate with it, because if you miss the healing, it's just a waste.
That person's dead.
Like it is like an actual kind of shot. So it's just one of those things where like your aim has to be good with her, because if you're pocketing somebody and they're constantly moving, you have to be like on it. It's not like a brig where you just shoot a projectile and then boom, it heals them. Like it's 10 little excuse me. It's 10 little like healing talismans things, and they can miss, which for some people could be a life or death situation for the person you're trying to pocket for that. But our headshots are deadly, boy. Like if you hit them with headshots, that's like you're basically like a mini sniper right there if you're consistent with hitting them.
And I don't think they have damage drop off either, so you can like shoot from like 50 meters plus. And
so it's basically hit scan,
damage.
right?
No, it's projectile, but it just doesn't have damage drop off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sojourn, I have to spend some more time with her because it's like she kind of feels like McCree, and I'm not McCree, Soldier, and I was never a big Soldier user to begin with, because her actual reticle is huge. It is big.
You can change that.
Did not know that. Okay.
You can change that with all the characters.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I need
You
to
can change it to a dot. You can change it to like a cross.
You can make that bitch into a literal rectangle if you want to.
Okay. Well, I need to experiment with that because I did not know that.
Yeah, I'll show you one later.
But her jump is really effective. Like, because she has like baby health. She has like 200 health.
Yeah, just like everybody else.
But
or
like
majority character.
But like that little cross, that little leg slide jump, that can get you out of like situations quick. Like if you're like, oh, I'm at 50 health, shoop, and just like get out of there.
Right. She has mobility, which is something that is always welcome into the game.
Yes.
But the thing is, it's like she's quite strong because of that aspect in her kit, due to the fact that her railgun, when she's shooting, so she is a damage character, and she's basically like Soldier, but she's hit scan mid range from like close to mid range, but the further away you go, it starts to turn into a projectile. And once you hit a target enough times, it charges up this bar on her gun, which is related to her railgun, and the railgun is basically just a quick sniper shot. That bad boy can headshot 200 HP character.
Golly.
So she's like a walking widow / soldier. If you hit your shots,
I'm gonna have to try her out. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to try her
she's
out.
Sick.
I need someone to
borderline broken.
I need someone to replace Doomfist now that he's not damaged no more.
Yeah, you're not gonna like Doomfist. I'm gonna let you know now.
Wait, he's not damaged anymore?
No, he's a tank.
Oh, he's tank.
Oh, I did not
That was
realize
a big
that.
shock.
Yeah.
I don't play Doomfist, so I guess I just didn't pay attention.
God, playing Doomfist was so satisfying.
It's like really hard.
So satisfying.
I mean, maybe I would have to like spend some time with him, but even like Doomfist mains are just like, it's not the same character. They neutered him.
Dang.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
you have to play him differently. I mean, you have to play him like a tank to like take space and like cover ground and stuff like that, because he does have defensive options now.
Yeah, he doesn't have uppercut anymore, so that's a big mobility cut.
Mm-hmm.
He still has his seismic slam, but there's no like cone shaped thing for it anymore, and it behaves differently.
Yeah.
Now another character that that got reworked, but I'm actually happy about Orisa. Oh my god!
I haven't had a chance to play as Orisa yet, and I used to play as Orisa.
Yeah, she's actually kind of fun.
God. She's really fun. Now that she has like this javelin and like a deflecting, like her spinning this javelin to deflect.
Yeah, what is the changes to Orisa?
Yeah, she just.
Well, so one ability, obviously, she has this javelin that she could throw a lot of damage. She also can spin her javelin and just like deflect damage. And that's the thing that really gets me, because my first game on tank, I was playing Diva against this Orisa on the enemy team. I threw my bomb. She spun that javelin. That bitch went back. I said, "Excuse me." Like, how I throw my bomb and then it just lands on my teammates, and I'm like, "Y'all see this shit?"
Does she still have her shield or
And
no?
Absolutely not. Thank
Oh,
God.
and then her
I mean,
ultimate is
as an Orisa player, I missed the shield too, but that shield was part of the problem of the previous game.
Okay.
yeah, with the double shield meta that like Overwatch 1 ended on with.
so what? That means
Different
Ryan is the
combination.
only one with a shield now, like a main
Nah,
shield.
Ryan and
Sigma,
Sig.
And
yeah,
who?
right. Sigma.
Sigma.
Oh
Sigma.
yeah. Oh yeah. Smegma. All right.
Has he changed at all? Has Sigma changed at all?
That is very rude, sir.
Yuck. Fucking yuck.
I'll have you know, that is not his. Never mind. Let's move on.
Yuck. Did Sigma get changed at all? Is he reworked at all?
He didn't get touched at all. He's still Overwatch 1.
Okay.
Which I think is perfect, ideal for
Yeah,
this
he doesn't.
game.
He's still pretty strong at what he does, like area denial. It's okay for him to keep his shield because he has no mobility whatsoever. Like he has no way to defend himself, and his playstyle is a little bit slower because he has really good like area denial and crowd control, and his ult's really good when you get people in it. So he doesn't really need to be changed. It was just the fact that Orisa's there, and all you do is just like throw shield, shoot.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
do anything. So that's why they made Orisa's changes to be pretty dramatic, so that there was more to do.
Mm-hmm.
God, I hated double shield.
I haven't played Junker Queen yet. I like New Ryan. New Ryan with the cancelable charge and the 2 fire strikes. Thank God.
Yeah.
He's awesome to play.
That's going to be a big game changer. And I like playing Ryan anyway. But that cancel out for your charge, boy, that's gonna be big.
Right, because I don't know how many times I done pressed that button and went too far, boy, and there's no return.
Right off that edge.
And the 2 fire strikes is gonna make him
form of bees.
Those 2 fire strikes gonna make him way more aggressive playing.
Yeah, because it's easier for him to get his ultimate now, or at least a little bit easier.
Yeah, I can think of a few maps where that canceled charge is going to be really helpful. Ooh,
I do like playing Kiriko too. I guess I'm going over the characters that I've tried just to make sure that I've covered my bases. Kiriko's pretty dope with Clayton, what Clayton said, but the main thing I like about Kiriko is the fact that she is a pocket healer essentially, but she's not like a dependent pocket healer. Like
Mercy.
she can fight for her. Yeah, like she could actually hold her own, and like actually you can actually play the game with her versus just sitting there holding a button and just expecting somebody to be healed.
Yeah.
But the fact that she can teleport through fucking walls to anybody.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be broken.
That is the biggest thing because she could just you could set up so many different plays with flankers like Tracer and Reaper now. Like Reaper could go do whatever, shoot at people. He gets low. You see that he's low, so you're just like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go over there. Teleport to him through walls, heal him, and then he could finish off like a target or something. So it's really rewarding to be able to actually contribute to your team so that way nobody's like, I need healing. Why didn't you heal me when I'm like 15 doors down? Why didn't you heal me through the wall? Now I can.
Oh, but the 2 things we didn't talk about with Kiriko, her other ability, which like mitigates any other like status change of a character.
Oh, that's just a BAP lamp. That's like a bargain BAP lamp.
Bargain BAP lamp, but in an instant, it's fine. Like I like that. But her ultimate, I think it was called Kitsune. I'm not sure what the name of the ultimate was, but the fact that you have that like shield, well, you have that status mitigation, whatever like that, faster movement and faster fire rate for not only yourself as Kiriko, but for your teammates. That's dope.
Anybody in it. So you can rush down teams.
Yeah, so you could actually have like I feel like just with a Kiriko on your team alone, Imagine like the new Overwatch 2's version of like a dive comp or a rush comp that you can perform, and the fact that you as a support as Kiriko you can get out of a bad situation based off your teammates positioning. First of all, that's going to be a learning curve in and itself because there's a certain distance where you can teleport to and from your teammates and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I'm excited for the new metas, possible metas that
Yeah.
are going to revolve like solely around Kiriko alone.
Because she's very prevalent right now.
Everybody wants to play her. Did good with her. I received tutorials like, oh, hey, here's how to get better aim with Kiriko. I'm looking at you, ML7. Love you, but she's hard.
I would say any other points we want to make. I know we haven't talked about the battle pass yet.
Game fun.
Game
Keep it
fun.
that way. Game real fun. And like I said, it's very open now. Like it doesn't feel like you have to have a main healer. And you don't have to have two main healers in order for your team to be successful now because of like characters like Kiriko. Her healing isn't outrageous, but it's sustainable for like if you're trying to like play the game. You can run like a Kiriko and a Zen, or you can run like a Lucio and a Zen now because of how different the game feels a little bit. Like you still need heals, but it's not that you have to be completely solely dependent on like double healing and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
So game fun. Tank is really hard though now.
Tank is really hard.
It's gonna be an adjustment period.
Yeah,
A very strong adjustment period.
So follow up with that, I feel as far as healing is concerned, the role feels more like support, which it was supposed to always be support.
And not a daycare.
Exactly. Like I'm talking about you, Pocket. Like let's be honest. Let's be honest because if you playing comp or even sometimes in quick play there are people like, "Oh, where are the heals? Where are the heals?" And then you kind of feel forced to play a Moira or a Mercy or something like that. So you can't play a support character that will actually support your team other than like dumping out heals.
Yeah. So no utility.
Yeah, like that's what makes
utility.
Great. Yeah, like that's what makes great. And she can wall climb. Hello?
Yeah, that too. Because she's part of the Shamadas.
I love it.
Nice.
I'm here for it. So it feels more like a support role. Love that. Like you said, tank is definitely going to be harder because everybody was really freaking out. Well, not freaking out, but really getting like sad that you won't have like classic combos like a Ryan Zarya and stuff like that. And there are some people, and to this small percentage of Overwatch players who miss the double shield meta. First of all, fuck you.
Why so aggressive?
bro, I'm over here. Like I can say, kind of, sort of say I'm a Zen main to some extent. Playing double shield, well, against a double shield, terrible, fucking terrible. So yeah, fuck you, double shield. I'm glad that that bullshit's over with. I like you, May. You not the ice devil anymore. You're just an ice demon. You're ice demon. You're ice demon. Those are my final thoughts.
I can't wait to play the game.
Game fun.
Well, as long as you didn't try on your first 2 days, because you wouldn't be able to play any freaking way.
So you get an actual fresh, like impression. Even we got Brandon to play it, and he said he liked it.
Wow. Okay.
He has to start from the beginning because he's never played a game before.
Yeah. So I mean, that's kind of cool getting new people into Overwatch.
Right.
Yeah, and I was telling us like the game is not easy. Like it's definitely harder than Apex, but Apex has its own difficulties because of how random it is, and it's a VR.
Yeah,
things are a lot more structured in Overwatch, but it has its own like learning curves. A lot of learning curves.
It's a big learning curve.
Yeah, and we mentioned Apex because we play a lot of Apex now. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, y'all.
Your boys playing it almost every day for a year.
Yeah, I remember you. Once upon a time, it used to be only me. Playing that. All right. I was playing from the start. It had. I wish they would bring back that Primal Hunt event. That event was.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh. He's become the thinking man. Look at him, he's just thinking.
He's so taken aback
He's
by
deep
what
in
we
thought.
said.
It's like, yes, Apex. I remember a time when we used to play those games.
He's going through his own like cutaway, like in Family Guy.
Right.
Remember that time when we played Apex?
So that's how it looks on their end. They're just stuck in time.
That's exactly what it looks like. You know what? I gotta say.
Oh, there you go. We'll see if he comes back
He
he
should.
before you move on. Dang, that was like clockwork too. It was perfect. He's like, yes, Apex. I remember.
Back in the days of old.
He said, "Oh my wamu."
When I was a wee lad.
Oh, wee.
A wee lad.
Playing Apex by myself.
Furious because Octane wouldn't leave me the hell alone.
So, how do y'all feel about the battle pass? That'll be the last thing we'll talk about.
You know,
Take it away.
It feels pretty standard.
I mean, because like
there's nothing.
Because the implication is that because they're going with the battle pass, that future heroes will have to be purchased rather than just, all right, here's this new person out here in the meta. I don't agree with that. I think all characters. I think if you're doing the live games as a service model.
Oh no! If they make it pay to win, they are going to not have a game. Trust and believe. They will lose their millions of players that they have quick, fast, and in a hurry. The only people that's going to be playing it is the few that literally have only played Overwatch and only care about Overwatch. I know I'm dropping it like a hat.
And like I mean, now that they're going free to play, yes, they have to do something substantial to
for monetization.
But like, just think about it, it's like, oh, this new Overwatch character dropped $5. Now just imagine if that character was $5, which doesn't seem like a lot, but imagine millions of people paying for that $5 character. That's a lot of money being generated just from a $5 character. But I just feel like for a lot of people, it will just rub them the wrong way that if you look at the launch of Overwatch 1, up until this point, how many characters came post-launch that were just free additions, but also just like adding any new character completely changes the meta for Overwatch. And it's usually so bad because that usually when a new character drops, it is that whole like 2 to 3 week period where everybody is using that new character.
The same fucking character. And nobody can play any.
And then we realize how broken this character is, or in this situation, this character is overpowered, or in this situation, you have to find a new counter to this new character.
Right.
So it's just think about all that on top of it being a paid character. So like if it's a legitimately great character, then it, like you said, that's like a pay to win at that point.
And the thing is, I think Blizzard, what they're trying to do is make it so that way when they design these characters that they're not, the game, they don't want to make the game a solely counterpicking, meta matchup thing. They want to make it so that way their characters kind of are, different in their own way, but it doesn't fuck with, how the way the game is played. Where they have to drastically adjust and balance the game 24/7 just because they fucked up a 1 and a 0 somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
They want to make it so that way characters are very different, very playable, but not dependent solely on how every other character is played. Just like how Brie came in and she was designed to stop flankers. Like that was their sole purpose, and you see how that quickly that kind of like brought the game to like a very slow paced tank
Okay,
focused game.
it's averted. My laptop just said no, so I don't feel like
Dang.
waiting. I'm on my phone now.
Gotcha.
My laptop just said no.
We're just talking about well, DeYante was just talking about when Brig launched and like how new characters change the meta and stuff like that.
Talking about the battle pass and how
yeah,
they're going to be probably charging for the characters.
Okay.
yeah. And like to piggyback off of what you said, like well, Brian, with the pay to win, I don't think they're going to do that with the battle pass, and they would be wise not to do it. I think that's just mainly going to be for cosmetics since they added charms to weapons, like something that Apex already had. But they added charms, skins, stuff like that, voice lines, battle pass. Yeah, sure, fine. That's fine. I don't see anything wrong with it because I know for a fact, like once the game is like almost 100% thing wrong with the servers, and stuff like that, I'm gonna be investing in it. Shit, I want new Diva skin. I want Kiriko shit. Um, because like
Like they
that's
have
like,
banners now too.
oh yeah, oh, I saw those banners. Like, I I
Banners.
feel like yeah, I feel like a battle pass should have been an Overwatch thing, but they just wanted to wait until Overwatch 2, so they wouldn't change Overwatch 1 so much. They like let's be honest, Blizzard abandoned Overwatch 1 within the last year
Are
and
is
just
are,
so they could gear up for
And
Overwatch 2.
is are loot boxes still a thing?
No.
nah,
Mm.
that's why the battle
Thank,
pass exists.
thank God.
But the battle
Oh,
pass is $10.
I don't like getting cosmetics by RNG because I didn't feel like spending money.
I mean, but hey, you didn't have to spend money. You had to
Right.
just do it randomly. So it's a matter of pick your poison.
And get a 5 skin for a character I never use.
Mm-hmm.
Right. They want. I mean, and the stuff in the battle pass is really good. I mean, like they have skins. Yeah, you can unlock voice lines and victory poses and highlight intros and stuff that the things that you would normally get in loot boxes from Overwatch 1, they're in the battle pass. You just unlock them regularly through just natural progression and leveling up. I mean, but
Yeah.
then you got shit that's like that thick mythic Genji skin, and you're just like, whoa, what do I need to do to get that? Because that thing is customizable. Like you can change the color and of some of the parts of it and stuff like that.
I
So
didn't
they're
know
really
that.
trying to make, yeah, like that's why it's like the last thing on the goddamn battle pass when you max it out. So they really are trying to like put the worth, and they're trying to put like the actual attention to the battle pass and make it worth the money that millions of people are going to be spending $10 a month or $10 a season for,
Nice.
because it's 9-week seasons. So they're going to
Better than
be
9 months. 9 month seasons like in Halo Infinite.
wait
For
9
what
months.
reason? For what?
Dog,
Halo Infinite. That's a whole different discussion. 343 is dropping the ball,
dog.
but
We're still on season 2 of Halo Infinite. The game came out last year in November, and season two.
Oh my God, it did.
Season
you
2
wanna know
didn't
how
start
long?
until May.
You want to know how long their seasons go?
9 months.
That's bruh.
But the next season is
They,
coming out in like what, March?
I believe so. Next year, 2023,
Absolutely
and it's not enough.
That's
And it's not enough content within those seasons to justify it being that fucking long, mind you.
It's really not. And this is coming from somebody
Not
who
at
has like over 100 hours in Halo Infinite. It's
Right.
it's nothing. There's like a crumb of content in that game for the multiplayer aspect.
Right. And they're adding Forge, but it's like y'all should have had
Too
Forge
late.
to begin. Like Forge shouldn't be an added on feature. That was
Should be at
something
launch.
right, something we expected since Halo 3. Really Halo 2 if you're an OG and had it on the computer. But Halo 3, we've always expected Forge to just be a thing.
What was that, Clayton?
What I missed?
What was that?
I thought I was the only one to see that shit. Oh my god!
You know, I forgot
because I was still playing Monster Hunter, so I couldn't see anything.
I forgot for a brief okay, so my brother came in and I played the recorder to get him away. I muted myself, but I forgot to because I have this sliding thing. I could just slide over my camera and
but it was like off. It was
such a violent recorder play.
I wanted him to go away.
DeYante, you need to go back and watch this video.
I have to now. Y'all saying they're like I was just seeing Loch Ness Monster or something. It's like, what are you doing?
It's always a special time here in this residence.
Okay, let's move on. Our next two stories should be fairly short. To the surprise of no one, Google killed Stadia.
Oh, ding dong, the witch is dead. But don't you have a Stadia, Bryan?
There it is. Look at it. Oh,
hey.
In my defense,
escape mode.
In my defense, it was free because I pay for YouTube Premium, and
I get nothing from my YouTube Premium.
I pay for YouTube Premium, and they had it was like something. It's like, hey, if you're paying for YouTube Premium, you can get Stadia controller and the Google Chromecast or whatever, that little dongle thing, for free. And I was like, shoot, why not? And I got the controller and the thing, and I was like, all right, I'll try Stadia out. I think I bought one game, and it was like, it was F1 2019 or 2020, 2019, or one of those. And this was even before I got my better internet, so this was on my crappy AT&T internet. So the streaming wasn't good. The quality looked like butt, and I'm pretty sure if I had, just better quality internet, it'll probably be better. But to be fair, this controller doesn't feel bad. Like it legitimately does feel kind of good. The sticks are good.
Like a controller.
Yeah, it has analog triggers. The buttons feel really nice, and the only thing is kind of bad is the D-pad.
That looks like the poor man's Pro controller. The poor man's Pro controller. That thing looks like a Switch Pro controller.
Slick, and it doesn't feel bad in the hands either. So it's actually legit, well-made controller. And it's by default it's supposed to connect through Wi-Fi. But there is a USB-C port on their top, so you can still connect it and just use it as a general controller. But I think the biggest issue with Google Stadia was the fact that not only you had to pay for the controller and all that stuff, but it was just the fact that it wasn't you paid a monthly fee for it, and that included some really crappy, I wouldn't say crappy, but smaller
below average.
Yeah, smaller scale games or games you just never heard of or never, it was the first time hearing about them. And then, the big name games that they had on the servers, like the Assassin's Creeds and, all the Ubisoft stuff, all the, I don't think Sony had their stuff on there, but all the normal third party stuff was on there, but you had to pay for them. So it's just I have a gaming PC, or I have a PS4 or Xbox Series X. Why would I buy this Assassin's Creed game on Stadia for $60 when I can get it physically for $60, or I can get it on PC, have guaranteed good performance for $60, or guaranteed good performance on the Xbox for $60? It's just the fact that you had to purchase these cloud games, which were not physical, and you just had a hope and pray Google didn't shut down Stadia, which Google did, was shut down Stadia.
Oops.
So it's at least if, I don't know, Ubisoft says, screw it, we're just going to stop making games, you still can just download it off of Steam. You could still play it off your PC. If you have the physical disc, you can still play it on your Xbox or PlayStation. But since it's cloud and there's nothing physical, that's just it. You're done.
So I guess For the two people that use Stadia, I guess I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I guess you don't got games.
Oh God.
Maybe their thought process was the fact that you can play the games anywhere in the world through our cloud service. And so if we can make it sustainable by putting in these AAA games, that'll attract the attention of our customers because they'll want more AAA games that they can play anywhere. And they won't have to buy a Nintendo Switch or they won't have to buy a Steam Deck. We won't have to compete with them because they can play their game on their phone.
I mean,
they can play it on their tab.
The thing is, when it works. It's pretty cool. Like the few games, because like as I said, they gave you like freebie games. And like I think one of them was like Hitman. It was kind of cool just hitting Hitman, and then like 10 seconds later you're in the game, and you don't have to worry about loading or like loading screens or sign in and stuff like that. It is kind of instant, but it's just like that facade goes away as soon as you actually get into the game, and you're like, oh, this is running at like 20 frames per second, or my screen, like picture quality is super blurry, like that. The process from oh, this is cool and to oh, this is bad is like such a quick turnaround.
So like the performances of the games were terrible.
Yeah, because it's well, the performance would be strange from okay to good, but it's the image quality. Because if, like, for instance, imagine watching a YouTube video and you start it on 4K, and then like after 2 minutes that 4K goes to 320p.
360.
Well, 360p, I'm at 360, and the content you're watching is good, but the quality of the image is terrible. And then once you add in lag into that, then games quickly become unplayable.
Oh God.
Okay, but then yeah, I can see why Dave's like, all right, we're done with this. Everybody's complaining about how bad it looks, and they got input lag.
First of all, let's talk about the gigantic red flag. Brian, you said that you pay for YouTube Premium, and they're like, you know what? Let's give you a controller and let's give you the thing to connect to. Why would you want to play anything?
Please,
like that. Please,
here.
We don't want this.
Try it.
Anymore.
Let us know how it works.
And mind
please let us know if it works.
This was like I want to say a year or two. No, this definitely not last year. So it was like 2 years ago when they did this little service, this little offer. So either 2019 or 2020, that's when they would just say giving it away and just like, hey, please just try it, please.
Get this out of our hands. We don't need this anymore. This is from our dev kit. We're not supposed to give this out, but take it anyway. No, I mean, I've never had any interest in Google Stadia. Stadia is kind of like in the same boat as like that weird ethereal like experimentation of games that
like
just don't work. Yeah, like the Ouya, the ColecoVision thingy that came out, or the television thing that came out, or the Mika.
Don't forget Amazon Luna.
The fucking Atari
VCS.
Boy, let me tell you, that thing came and went.
Oh boy, like it was expected to do, because that shit looked. No, that's I can't even say that's budget, because it wasn't, because it's the same price as the PS4.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. It was expensive.
That wasn't even budget gaming. That was full price gaming with half the quality, less than half of the quality. You're playing on PS3 era technology, baby.
I want to know how that fucking meeting went down, where there was just like, all right, I have an idea. All right, let's hear it. Atari.
Go for it.
Bravo.
No, they just get up and leave.
You guys see how artificial the gameplay reveal trailer was when they showed off the spec? It was in somebody's living room. He plopped the camera down and booted up Warzone on that shit, and it looked terrible. It looked awful. Choppy, textures popping in and out, graphics on low. Terrible.
So what do you think runs Warzone better, the Atari VCS or the fucking Microsoft refrigerator?
Probably that Microsoft.
That's sad if it's the refrigerator.
Well, the refrigerator is doing cloud technology, so
all the refrigerator is doing is displaying it. But yeah, it wasn't. You know what I was looking forward to that just disappeared from the face of the earth? That KF console.
oh,
I
They
was
reneged on
I
that so
forgot about
fast.
that.
It was like, this is a terrible idea.
I was so ready to fry some chicken in that goddamn console. I was so ready.
Bro, I'm about to turn my air fryer into a KF console.
That was a disaster of an idea, by the way. That shit was gonna overheat and blow up in your
You about
living
to
room.
have You about to have a whole Chernobyl accident in your entire living space.
Flo, you about to burn your house down with that KF console.
And a burnt chicken and a burnt console.
like everybody that's seen Akira, right? And like at the
Yeah.
end, how
Yes.
everything just goes to shit, and like Akira and the other guys fighting, and Akira started like growing all this stuff and like all this body horror and stuff, and then like this comes this big beautiful like white light, and then the movie just ends. That's the KF console. Yes, because everything just dies. That's the KF console. Because that was unfit for anything.
That shit probably couldn't even get past like the load up screen. So like how on the PlayStation 1 and you had like a really scratched up disc and it just goes to doo, 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 and it just that's it. Won't make it past that. You ain't into your game, Chip.
I'm thinking that like if you like try to boot up something, you start hearing grease and shit bubbling in the console. And that's how you know it's on.
Right, you gotta start to see that shit out the console. What you get to the shit leak. Like imagine
you turn
like
the console off. Like
make sure you bring the console. I forgot to clean it. It's greasy.
No, it's okay. I got some grease in the house. We'll put some new some in there.
Oh god, it runs on grease.
It runs on grease.
Imagine if your grease level affects your FPS.
Ooh, there you
go. There you go.
But make sure you don't put too much in there or it'll overheat.
Right. I don't know if y'all seen the specs. If y'all seen the specs that they were trying to have with that shit was supposed to be state of the art. That shit was supposed to be PS5 level. That thing was supposed to be powerful.
I guarantee you that thing was about to be a Chernobyl accident. I'm telling you.
Chicken powered. No type of coolant.
Chicken powered.
You turn on fucking like I don't know, Cooking Mama Cook Stars, and you open a bitch up, and a famous bowl comes out of the tray.
What a famous bowl!
Oh god.
Okay, I actually put it up. The KFC console specs. It's supposed to be an Intel NUC 9 Extreme compute element with a 9th gen Intel Core i9 processor.
i9?
An i9.
I told you that shit was supposed to be.
I have a 5.
Asus RTX graphics card. It didn't say which one, but it said it'd be RTX. Two Seagate Barracuda/Barracuda 1 terabyte SSDs. You know how expensive a terabyte SSD is? Just one of them, but two of them.
I don't think about give me a new one.
And a custom cooler NC100 chassis. Ain't no way, dog.
You know what?
That's about to be pricey. Like there was no way. There's no way they were gonna make profit off of that console.
Dog,
no way.
This article saying, in conclusion, it would have to be priced near $2,000 in order for it to make a profit.
I want it all. They said I want it all.
They did.
Jesus Christ.
And they got none of it.
That's the most expensive air fryer I've ever seen in my fucking life.
The air fryer.
But don't worry, it can play Warzone, so it's okay.
That shit's gonna charge.
Bro,
You're
no.
You're gonna hear that juice bubbling, that shit gonna pop.
Bro,
You throw a grenade and it fucking like sounds off the console, not the game.
What if your cook time is based on how well you do in game, whatever game that you
Ooh.
play?
So if you can just sit thrash, you're about to eat for hours.
The game system will tell on you and let you know how bad you really are.
Exactly, like 350 is like the standard cooking temperature, but if you get your shit raw, that bitch drops down to like 270.
Right, 200. You ain't cooking nothing.
That shit
You just
you was trying to fry it to a golden brown. That shit black.
Oh.
But the
All
fact
right,
that
can we
I
get
find, yeah,
I do
we can
kind of
roast
got
the fucking KF console again.
Yeah. So let's start to wrap up. The last thing I just wanted to talk about was the trailer for the Super Mario Brothers movie. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't like Chris Pratt as Mario.
I think it'll be unanimous.
yeah,
It doesn't fit.
No.
And
Everybody else though.
Bowser though, Jack Black is Bowser. Let's talk about it. It's great. It fits for whatever reason.
I can tell he's going to have so much fun with this role.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that Bowser kind of looks like Jack Black a little bit, like how like happy for like carnage and evil he looked.
Right.
Right.
Like just ready to fuck shit up at all times. Because otherwise, if y'all gave me somebody like, I don't know, Idris Elba to play fucking Bowser, I'd be like, all right, y'all gotta stop. Yeah, I gotta stop.
Ain't no animated movie that serious for you to get Idris Elba. Let's.
I mean, Sonic. What do you mean?
You get Samuel L. Jackson.
I haven't seen. Oh God.
I haven't seen the movie yet either. But I
haven't seen it either.
He's playing.
He's Knuckles.
Is Knuckles, and as an animated
Knuckles.
You didn't know that?
You know what?
The sultry voice of Idris Elba. Yes, he's Knuckles.
A meme. It was a meme.
Yes.
But apparently he did a really good job though.
For what I heard.
All things considered.
But yeah, the animation looks great.
It's Illumination. They don't miss.
I mean,
like all their movie plots and like stories and scenarios may be pretty mid, but the animation is always on par.
Mm-hmm.
Facts, because it's the same studio that brought us Minions, and I
Sing and a bunch of other stuff.
I just hate Minions with a fucking passion.
I never seen the movies, so I don't know anything about them.
No, I've seen Despicable Me and Despicable Me 2. I just haven't watched anything after that because the Minions were so fucking annoying. And remember that period of like
Minion Mania.
Yeah, fucking where Minions are in every piece of media. The memes, people were putting them in drag,
and parents thinking that shit's funny, and I'm like, no, stop showing your child these
things.
Exactly.
They made an app to translate what the Minions were saying.
Why?
Are you serious?
I'm dead ass. It wasn't fun.
I'm disappointed in people.
Anyway, who's voicing Toad? Whose voice was that?
Was it
was
Keegan?
Yes, Keegan Michael Key.
Was it
Keegan Michael Key, other part of Keegan and Peele.
I mean, I know, but I was like, is it really him?
Yeah.
I was trying to hear that. I couldn't feel that.
Yeah,
I mean, but if it is, it is.
The cast is pretty decent.
Yeah, the cast is good. Like, I cannot wait to hear Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. I think that's gonna be hilarious.
Oh yeah.
But like, the whole cast seems great except for Chris Pratt. Like because I feel like Chris Pratt is just one of those people who, every time he's in a movie, he just plays the same character,
the same stoic hero.
He's always the comedy relief. He's always the he's a hero, but he has flaws, or he's the hero, but he's quirky and doesn't take anything serious.
Get serious. I mean,
and it is an isekai at that, which is weird.
I did see like in the trailer, like he looked confused as hell.
Yeah, I guess he's like, where am I? The Mushroom
like,
Kingdom.
Like if Mario's Italian plumber working from like New York or something. They should have got someone that sounds like a New York Italian. Like, hey, what's this on the back?
Hey, yo, let me get a pastrami or rye, lettuce, tomato, mustard.
Mushrooms. No, I'm sweating my balls off here. Like,
hey, yo, go get me a cup of coffee.
Bro, like, imagine just like the whole like first 20 minutes of the film is just Chris Pratt as Mario just doing mundane New Yorker type crap, and then like
I'm walking here,
like he's like legitimately working as a plumber, and like a magical pipe shoots up, or like somebody calls you like, hey, I got this plumbing issue, this green pipe just showed up in my living room, and
now I can get fucking home.
He gets in there, he gets sucked in, and then bam, we have the Super Mario Brothers movie.
And that's most likely the fucking plot,
which is terrible. I hope that's not.
I guess the Miyamoto said, New York, man. Let's do Mushroom King. There we go. Everyone's like, all right.
Voices Luigi.
It was
Charlie Day.
Oh yeah,
from Always Sunny.
Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I like that.
Oh,
good casting.
Yeah, I think that fits.
I just want to hear that. One good time.
I want him to go. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Luigi time. Oh yeah.
Fucking
Luigi number one.
But okay.
But I'm excited for it. I want it to happen.
Yeah, I just have to mentally block Chris Pratt out of my mind. Because everything else looks like it's going to be fantastic. And don't get me wrong, I like his roles. Like I like Chris Pratt in Jurassic World. I like him in Guardians of the Galaxy. It's because it fits in those worlds, in those environments.
It in Mario at all. They should have got someone Italian. Someone he needs to have an accent. I'm sorry.
Like Danny DeVito.
No.
Danny DeVito's Italian, probably. He probably has the Italian in his blood. In his family. They could just get him. And he's short. So there you go. Right. It was like a match made in heaven.
Terrible.
Right. He's a grown ass man. Like Mario's not in 20. No, this nigga is a grown ass man.
Right. With issues. Like I'm pretty sure he has a heart condition. So they need to put a person with a heart condition or somebody that has actually, has take prescriptions.
So they could just pass out in the booth recording?
Yes, and make it an authentic Mario experience.
Oh my god, he needs to be
Mario didn't have heartburn.
His voice changes in the middle of the movie because they had to get someone else because the other guys to get rusted
and then
off.
they really do get Chris Pratt.
Right. And damn, they make him speak in the beeps and the boops like he spoke in like Mario and Luigi games. Oh
yeah. I need that.
Well,
okay. If Chris Pratt says it's a me, Mario, then I'm like, I'm done with this movie.
Just walk out.
I'm done.
I just hope it's good.
Don't get me wrong, it's probably going to be good. As I said, the quality animation looks great. They've delayed the movie, so I think it's going to be good. It's just...
It has the potential to be one of the best video game movies.
Oh my god, that's crazy because that means we're going to have one of those Mario versus Sonic things again, just in a movie.
Collab, they might even Next thing you know, we're gonna get a Mario Sonic
the Olympic Games.
Oh my god, that's a movie.
No, the movie. That'd be amazing.
That'd be too chaotic.
Jim Carrey, Chris Pratt, all the same movie.
Idris Elba, Charlie Day.
Yeah, this sounds like a fucking mess. There's a lot going on.
Right. They're gonna be one expensive ass movie, that's for sure.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. We're gonna try to get back to staying consistent. As I said, just a lot of work related stuff for all of us.
Right.
That
Career
whole
switching and everything.
that whole period from June to September is rough.
When it shouldn't be. That's the thing. That's supposed to be the time for the break and everything. Or at least try to get your ducks in a row.
Yeah. Yo, my laptop has been failed right, so it's been doing this ever since.
Damn.
Going and retrying to update Discord. It's gonna try again, checking for updates. Then it's gonna say update failed. Trying again in 30 seconds, and it's gonna rinse and repeat.
Yep, that needs to go into the back of the pasture and go to computer heaven.
I mean, when I get this new laptop,
when it meets its computer maker,
when I transfer all my, I might just blow this laptop off because it's getting so much time.
Damn.
Take it out back. Like get like some fireworks or something.
You get a 12-gauge shotgun.
Goddamn.
Put it out.
Really put it out of his misery.
Right, y'all. We will catch y'all on the next one.
Peace.
Let's start.